What's up, guys? We're back. This is Livestream 4, Lights On, presented by Glyfyn.com, and of course sponsored by our friends over at Beverages. I'm Wheat.
And I'm Ninetoes.
And currently, all of our judges are scoring the top 4 videos, and we don't want to leave you guys bored, we don't want to leave you guys hanging, so we're going to go ahead, give you guys another stream, go through our usual routine. We're going to go over to one of our judges, Materia, who's going to help you guys out on the complexity section of the scorecard. Brandon and I are also going to be scoring a video ourselves to show you guys the scoring process, and then we do have our personal top 5 picks of the past round. But before that, Brandon, do you have any social media accounts?
I do have social media accounts, but instead of giving them my social media accounts, why don't I give you guys where to follow us for the IGL? Camera guy, can you pull up our social media so they all know where to find us?
Yep, we do have a Facebook page, we have a Facebook group, and we do have an Instagram account at International Gloving League. Make sure to follow us on all these platforms so you guys can stay up to date with everything that's going on in the IGL. But that's enough of that. We need to go talk to Materia about complexity. Camera guy, go ahead and roll it.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Materia, and I will be your presentation judge for Novice Brackets 1 and 2 in Lights On Season 3. Underneath the presentation, we also have the subcategory of complexity, which is what I'm here to talk about with you guys today. So what complexity is, as a Glover watching this video, you kind of have a basic understanding of the use of concepts and their function as the foundation of light shows and gloving in general. So what complexity is on the scorecard is kind of a way to note on those competitors in the community who are really pushing the boundaries in terms of, as the name states, how complicated their concepts can get and how complex their shows can truly be, really setting them apart from the 90-degree foundation of gloving that we've been so accustomed to seeing. One Glover that I got a note on in particular from previous seasons for really pushing the boundaries in terms of complexity is the boy, you know him, Megasloth, in my eyes, having the bravery to toss in this kind of new standard in tech and this use of transitions, his use of clusters, not only having the bravery to toss in clusters in a competitive show, but doing it with flair, with style, with his own unique take on it, really set him apart from the rest of the competition. So some big takeaways to kind of boost your own complexity scores in this season and future seasons of Lights On is to take inspiration from kind of the heavy hitters of the community, kind of taking in this new standard that we see within these shows and kind of embracing it, stepping away from this 90-degree format, thinking more in terms of free form within this grid, thinking outside the grid, if you will, and thinking how complicated your shows can be and what you can do with Lights On. But that's pretty much all I have for you today. Have fun, competitors. I'll see you in Lights On Season 3.
There you guys have it. That was Materia with complexity. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys.
Yeah, as you guys know, we always want to help you guys understand the scorecard a little bit better, and so you guys can actually score higher. The only way you're going to get those higher scores is if you truly understand the scorecard and all of its components and what it takes to get those scores. So what me and Brandon are actually going to do right now is we're going to score a show on the style section ourselves to give you guys a little bit of a breakdown and help you understand that. So for that video, we're actually going to run all the way over to the novice bracket, and we have Ow. So we actually already scored it, so we're just going to go ahead and slide that graphic up and show you guys that we have given him a 3 out of 4 on storytelling, a 3 out of 3 on speed control, and then a 4 out of 5 on musicality for a grand total of 10 points on that section, which is really, really good to get. But how did he get there? That's what we're actually going to find out. Let's go ahead and roll his video. So to kick things off, I actually just want to go over his speed control section where he did hit that max score. He got a 3 out of 3. And honestly, I feel like the show speaks for itself in terms of speed control. You could see immediately from the beginning, he intentionally controls how fast and how slow he moves throughout the show. He's never moving at one consistent speed, and then he's also mixing it up, and you can see here, boom, those anvil sounds start coming in, he's able to completely stop his movement and just have absolute control.
Yeah, it was extremely clean. I really loved this show.
Yeah, it was really, really sick. But hey, we're not talking about how sick it is, we're talking about how he scored. So let's check out musicality, where he got a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, going into musicality, he obviously has a lot of it. You can tell throughout the whole video, he really just presents that musicality in such a great way. And you know, right off the bat, he hits that main beat at the beginning, and he hits those drum fills and other really unique sounds that I don't even know the names of them.
Yeah, he did have that anvil sound at the beginning.
There you go.
He hit the guitar riffs. He carries his musicality throughout the show until after the first progression, and that's where it starts to deteriorate. You know, the drums come back in, he stops following the beat, but his show has that energy to the vocals. He's not specifically doing moves to the vocals, it's just his energy, his speed, and that actually applies more to pacing than musicality. So that's where he does get that 4 out of 5. You know, it wasn't absolutely perfect, but overall it was incredible to see how he moves throughout this song. But moving on, we do have the final section of storytelling. You know, he did get a 3 out of 4. He had that clear beginning, he had that progression to the drop with his moves, getting more energy leading up to the drop. However, towards the end, that's where it starts to deteriorate. You know, the song ends, it has that last beat, and he could have ended the show there, and it would have been perfect. I would have given him a 4 out of 4 if he ended it right there. However, the song keeps trailing on, and so do his moves. You know, you can see he's just kind of throwing some moves out there that aren't necessarily adding to the story of the show. They're just kind of going slow because the song's slowing down.
Yeah, I thought it would have made such a better impact if he ended it really quickly, but it just felt to drag on just for a couple seconds.
Yeah, and that's where that -1 comes. He didn't get a 4 out of 4. He did get a 3 out of 4. But overall, you know, down in the novice bracket, scoring 10 on style, which is honestly one of the hardest sections of the entire scorecard. Really, really impressive. And, you know, unrelated to the scorecard, we are big fans of Al. We want to see more of him, and this kid has a really bright future in gloving with all of his lights on. But hey, let's go into our top 5 picks of the round now. We do have at number 5 someone from the pro bracket. I'll tell you now, a pro did not make number 1 this week. So let's actually go ahead and check out number 5, which is who?
That would be Jet. So looking here at Jet's video, the first thing I thought was that he has a very unique style. I don't know if it's from the years of experience, but it really stood out of all the videos that I saw this round.
Yeah, and that's something that Jet does have. You know, he's not extremely complex, but he does use simple concepts in like a really powerful way, and it always is on beat and hitting those unique sounds within a song. He's always doing those cool little bouncy moves, and you can see the control in his hands where he's able to slow it down and stop it. But that's enough for Jet's video. We do have more to go on. So let's check out number 4, which is...
From number 4, we got Gryfyn from N2 of the novice bracket. So, what did you like about this show?
Honestly, 2 things right off the bat. Storytelling and speed control. You know, this song is very emotional, it's all slow, it hits you in your soul, and he makes it match. He moves nice and slow, has that control over it, and he leads up to the drop and gives you a nice, full story. Why did you like that show?
I liked his colors, even though it looks like a little bit of white. Those cases, the blue cases, it just looks so beautiful.
Yeah, and he had you know, there was some red in that white. The cameras tend to do that sometimes when you choose those white sets, but honestly, it always ends up looking really sick.
So clean.
But we do have more sick videos to check out. We do have number 3 all the way. Oh, we have 2 pros this time. This one's Euphoric, all the way from NorCal. Number 3, camera guy, roll it. And you know, for Euphoric's videos, we are actually talking about it in the office. He's always gloving over his keyboard, and we're a little concerned if he wasn't going to be able to actually convey everything over his keyboard later on in the rounds. And what do you know? He actually took us to his living room. Super sick.
Yeah, I actually liked the scenery already, but definitely the keyboard was a big move. Good for him, so he can have that maximum mobility.
Yeah, and he really shows it. He's actually has a lot of use of space here. He has a lot of changes of depth in his video, and overall it was really, really sick. I loved his concepts, loved his colors. Amazing video, man. But let's move on to number 2, and this guy looks familiar. Who's this Pretzl guy?
Yeah, Pretzl, I think he's one of the winners from the last season, right?
I think so. I think he's one of those champions all the way from the challenger bracket, trying to score his 2nd championship victory in the challenger bracket. All the way in C2, it's Pretzl. Let's roll it.
So when I was watching this video, the main thing that caught my eye is the concepts that he has that I feel like I would never think of. The way he fans open his fingers right there, it's amazing.
Yeah, and speaking of fans, I'm a big fan of Pretzl. Honestly, his videos are always just full of energy and speed. They always match the song. Look at him, he's always smiling. He's always having a good time. It makes me feel like I'm getting a real light show. I'm actually sitting there while he's melting my face. And honestly, he deserves that #2 spot. But we do have one last spot, our favorite video from the top 5 picks.
Who is it?
It's going to be E.T., also known as Extra Trippy, all the way in the Challenger C1 bracket. Camera guy, roll it. Honestly, we ended up going with E.T. for our #1 pick because he's clean.
So clean.
So clean. Check out any of his finger rolls and any of his concepts. He's doing them extremely well, and honestly, love the trails.
Honestly, the trails is what I love the most. Look at his colors, they remind me of Easter. I had to look at the calendar, it's not Easter.
Yeah, it's currently not Easter, guys. I hope no one's confused by these colors. But overall, this video was extremely kick-ass. Loved it, and you know, he did advance to the next round, so congratulations to him. But that will be our top 5 picks for the last round. We'll give you guys another one later on. But if you want to catch any of these videos, make sure to find them on glyfyn.com/lightson. We have a ton of videos on there for you guys to check out. A lot of hidden fire. And of course, if you want to level up, you check people or watch other people's videos.
Definitely.
Study them, see how they scored. That's how you're going to level up. But that's going to be it for this show. Give a quick shout out to all of our judges. You guys are holding it down. You're doing amazing work for us across all 3 seasons. And of course, a big shout out to our friends over at Beverages. But if you guys want to follow us on social media, where can they find us, Brandon?
Camera guy, can you pull up that social media? That way they know where to find us. You can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Facebook groups.
Stay there for all of our latest announcements, and make sure to come back and join us for Lights On Season 4. Sign-ups are currently going on. We'll throw up the link. You guys can sign up there. It's going to be one of our biggest and bestest seasons ever.
Definitely.
Of course. And we're going to actually cut the show here. We're going to come back next week where we're going to be revealing who makes it to the grand finals of all 9 brackets of Lights On Season 3. Catch you guys later.